with the les infant terribles, or the three terrifying kids, or something like that. It's translated from French. I can't really pronounce the French language too well. So basically, my theory, my possibility, I would say not theory, because I'm not really anchored to it. I'm more kind of like, it's a possibility that maybe Miller, since he's working with Zero, takes over Mother Base and tries to kill Venom Snake, and that's why we see these fighting scenes where Venom Snake is killing all these soldiers, because the soldiers got orders from Miller to kill Big Boss. Maybe that I think that happens towards the end of the game. I don't think that's gonna happen towards the middle, because that'd be kind of like, what's the point of having the mission then? I think this is gonna happen towards the end of the game, and this is probably all the dead bodies that Big Boss did and everything like that. We see Ocelot obviously here next to everybody, but Ocelot is not evil. And let's pause it right there. Spoiler alert, if you guys don't know, from Peace Walker yet again, I believe that's the container in which contains the CPUs of the Metal Gear, the main Metal Gear and Peace Walker, and which basically has a kind of, I guess you say, made up AI of the boss. So it thinks like the boss, it talks like the boss, it has memories of the boss and everything, but it's not the boss. It's just basically a really close AI to the boss's mind, based on reports, on images, on videos, and of voice recordings and all this stuff. They kind of got the psychologist who basically put all the information about the boss, what she has done, photos and all that stuff, and basically kind of gave it gave a blueprint of what this new AI should be, and they used it in Peace Walker, and then basically that Metal Gear goes into the water and basically drowns its core system. That way it doesn't, cause World War III. And essentially the Metal Gear goes underwater and everything like that. So I'm assuming they probably retrieved it. They got the CPUs, because they're realizing with these CPUs they can make more Metal Gear, or improve on the Metal Gears that they're gonna probably be making later on. I like how every person in this game has their face covered. No one has their face really exposed. Everyone always has those Bakalov masks and everything. It's just funny, I find. So Pain for Pain. Okay, we see there V. Alright, so let's pause it right there. That's Pos. We believe it's Pos. Could be Pos. Could be a robot. Could be a zombie. Could be something else. We don't know. But what I do know, spoilers yet again, if you haven't played Ground Zeroes, she blows up. Okay, so a lot of people are speculating she's a clone, she's a zombie, or she's a robot, or Pos never really died and somehow she survived the explosion from her asshole, because that's where the bomb was in her butt. So I don't know really how she would survive that, to be honest. If they had a bomb in her butt, yeah, there's no way she could have survived that, unless the other person wasn't really Pos, but a doppelganger, if you would, or maybe this is a doppelganger and she thinks it's Pos, which brings up the theory that a lot of people are saying that Gray Fox is Venom Snake. That's why he's called Venom Snake and not Big Boss, because in the other games they did call him Big Boss. Peace Walker, they call him Big Boss and all that stuff. Here they call him Venom Snake. Why would change his name all of a sudden? We see Quiet all burned here. Snake is find some guy with breast tumors, skull for skull. And then we see some zombie ninja people here. Yeah, we don't know. And then we see some more zombies with Quiet and Big Boss surrounded. It looks like a Metal Gear hand. I don't know. More zombies disappearing, going Super Saiyan and flying off. That was funny. And then we see, let's pause it right here. I think that's just an illusion. I don't think that's an actual tremor. I think it's representation of Big Boss's shrapnel horn. It kind of looks like it too, so I wouldn't be surprised. Probably caused by Psycho Mantis. Here we see somebody moving real quickly, like I don't know, like a ghost, like a shadowy figure. Maybe maybe Gray Fox. Maybe Gray Fox is in this game. Maybe he makes an appearance, but we don't know yet. Even though Gray Fox this would be actually the time period Gray Fox would appear, because he was, I believe, in Africa during this time period of the 80s. I think it was like 85. He was in Africa basically as a child soldier and everything like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Gray Fox. Okay, so we see Big Boss hanging out with Quiet a lot, and then right here, we'll pause it. Bunch of dead bodies lying next to the on the side of the road. We see Skull here, and we see Big Boss. This is where it comes the assumption of, okay, is Big Boss working with Skull? Is Skull has he kidnapped Big Boss here? We don't know yet. Obviously it is Skull because of the way he looks, but he is wearing kind of like a Lone Ranger mask and a hat, cowboy style. It does remind me of the Lone Ranger. But I have a theory on Skull, which I'll show a little bit later on when there's a scene that's kind of weird. Okay, right here is Eli. Eli is basically what everyone's saying is Liquid Snake, just for the fact that he's, in my opinion, he's wearing like the same camo like Snake does, the stripes. He has jackal teeth necklace there. He has a jackal teeth, jackal teeth necklace. And he does make a reference in Metal Gear Solid 1 where he says, oh, in Africa or whatever, we hunt jackals and all that stuff. And then Gray Fox is like, well, a fox is, oh, well, my phone just rang. A fox is more threatening than a jackal when it's cornered or something like that. So, and he has the same hairstyle, same looks and everything. And this is around the same time period. Liquid Snake will be about this age. I think he would be like around like 7 or something like that, 8. Well, he looks like in his like probably like 10 or 11. He looks like 10 or 11 here. So maybe that's during that time. We see Quiet again. A theory about Quiet. Some people are saying it's Chico. If you haven't played Ground Zero, spoilers yet again. Tons of spoilers in this analyzation of this trailer. They're saying that Quiet is Chico. The reason being, Quiet has no tongue. We don't know if she cuts it off herself or she gets her tongue cut off, but she has no tongue. That's why she doesn't talk. Okay, and she's called Quiet. And basically, Chico in the other games is known for kind of being really weak in interrogations and spilling the beans about the location of his comrades, information, intel, personal stuff, and everything like that. So, especially after Ground Zeroes, he probably lost his mind and it got to his head to the point where, like, you know what? I gotta stop snitching on people. How can I do that? Oh, wait, I just cut off my tongue. I can't talk. I just make noises and whatever. You know, I can't do anything about it. So he probably cut off his tongue to prevent himself if he gets interrogated again. He can't say anything. And then, but what about the female parents? Why does Chico have a female body? Well, apparently Paz gets raped. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. I haven't played Ground Zeroes in a while. But Chico apparently is forced to rape Paz, or he hears Paz getting raped or something like that, and it traumatizes him. And he did like Paz. He did find her kind of like, oh, she's cute and everything. So maybe with the, you know, the fact that himself being a weak little bitch when it comes to interrogation and always spilling the beans, if you would, and on top of that, experiencing this rape or doing the, I don't remember if he actually did the raping to Paz. He was forced to do it or he was forced to watch it. But I know Paz does get raped, and maybe it just leads to the point where he's like, you know what, I don't want to be a guy. This male body part, my penis, is what's causing damage. I have to get rid of this. And maybe as an homage to Paz, he becomes a woman himself. And the funny thing is, Hideo Kojima does state in a Twitter saying that all these people complaining about Paz being sexy and all this stuff and having these weird thoughts about Paz, he goes, all those people thinking about not Boss, Quiet in this way. Sorry, not talking about Boss. Quiet. People who are thinking of Quiet in a sexual or kind of, sick way are going to feel bad and awful about themselves when they find out the real origin of who Quiet is. So, that being said, maybe Hideo Kojima is giving us a hint that, like, look, you guys are thinking sexy thoughts about Quiet, but guess what? It used to be a dude. Or maybe it's not even Chico. Maybe it's a, post-op transsexual. We don't know yet, right? But if you guys are wondering, they did actually use a female model to do the face and everything to bring up the realism. And the model is pretty damn cute, I'll admit that. And so it basically, I guess Hideo Kojima's, he's just trying to, I don't know if he's trying to troll us to make us think that this is Chico and it's really a dude, or he's actually trying to give us hints and trying to kind of lower the tension here with everybody else about accusing him of making a sexist character, but really it's not, because it's a dude, not a female, so it's not really sexist. I don't know. But let's continue on. See the old man again. Okay, let's stop it there. That's Vogan. That's straight up Vogan. They even had the figure of him out for play arts, I think, which I actually got Venom Snake, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the play arts, it's, it actually shows the appearance of the figure without the fire around him, and the suit's red. He has bullets all over himself. Looks like Vulcan. Obviously, the face they kind of made it demonic-like. And and which he's covered in fire and everything, so you can't really tell. But other than that, it is straight up Vogan right there, guys. It's Vogan. I'm assuming it's a hallucination from Psycho Mantis when they're basically Big Boss is trying to escape from the hospital with Eli, and then not with Eli, with Elijah. I think it's Elijah. Like some Moby Dick character that they make a reference to. The guy with his face is all covered up and everything. They escape, and he sees Snake sees this guy. And Psycho Mantis was at the hospital, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is it is guaranteed just a hallucination of Big Boss. But to be honest, I really don't know why he's thinking of Vogan. Of all the villains he can think of and all the characters, why him? I guess it really traumatized him. He's the one that kind of really fucked him up with his eyes and all this stuff. Oh, actually, that was Ocelot. But no, yeah, I don't know why they're bringing back Vogan. There has to be a reason. There has to add a little bit more to the reason why. I guess because he was his ultimate nemesis, if you would, his ultimate rival. The boss wasn't his rival. The boss was his. Hey guys, it's Primus here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more videos like this one, press the link in the top left corner right there. Otherwise, press the link in the top right corner to take you to a random ass video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Primus0, and follow me on Facebook and Twitter. This is Primus. Keep it crunchy and peace out.